This is Majin. Here's some reviews for you. We got Batman Annual 3, Batman Eternal, Super Wonder, Axes, X-Men, Cyclopses, Novas, Robins. Okay, some of these I'm going to go kind of quickly, though. With Batman Endgame Annual number 3, I would say this is not a true vital comic book to read, but if you'd like to read a story about the Joker with a friend, who gets a friend, I should say, and how he treats his friend, then this is a great book to read in that sense. This is like I'll say it's an interesting story between the Joker and a reporter. And the art is really good at times. I think the way they draw the Joker's face is really good. It's kind of lacking in backgrounds at times, but overall, I did enjoy it. But, I understand it's holidays and you might want to pinch some money here and there. And this is not a true vital book. Okay, Batman Eternal. Okay, this one to me, how can I explain it this way? It basically was just, to me, let's clear off the table of some useless supervillains that we don't really want to deal with, so this way we can focus on other items of business. And that's, to me, what this book was pretty much about. The Catwoman basically was trying to make a play in the sense that she wanted to keep people off the playing field, so this way she can fully take over Gotham's underworld with a bunch of other crime bosses. Overall, the art's okay. I mean, it's actually, even though I'm really downplaying and not really giving this the love it truly might deserve, but for me, it just kind of was just like, with everything else that I was reading this week, to me, I was just like, okay, let's just get it over with. I understand what you're trying to do, and the fights aren't even that great, so let's just move on. So that's my main focus of, Alright, Superman, Wonder Woman number 14. This book, man, I'm telling you, there's moments in time where I swear to God that it looked like Superman and Wonder Woman were going to get into a threesome with this wonderful guy. Just like the way they're looking at each other, and here's a strong young man and he's super powerful, and Wonder Woman's like, this could be a nice replacement for Superman. And Superman, if he swung that way, he's probably going, hey, great body and perfect. He's wonderful. But anyways, this is basically this new superhero villain type person, and they're trying to figure out who he is. He doesn't have a memory of what's going on. And I'll be honest, I was taking a dump on this book. I'm reading this, it was painful. I was like, oh my God, this is just mind-numbingly bad. Bad writing, bad art at times. And then it got to the end, and I was like, holy shit, this book is freaking awesome. Won't spoil who Wonderful is, but the ending to me was payday, and the end, I was ready to drop this book, but this ending made me want to keep. I'm not dropping it. That's how much I enjoyed the ending. But it's still not a great book. Axis number 9, book 3, New World Disorder, WWE. Anyways, this is just a huge, gigantic battle, but still, between the heroes, the villains, Avengers, the X-Men's. So there's some great art thrown everywhere, but there's multiple artists, so the art style changes. And what I alluded to or mentioned earlier in the Superior Iron Man is basically we think this is about to end, but it doesn't, because Tony gets away with some people and their basic personality doesn't change because they don't want to change. And overall, I mean, I liked how, even though they're trying to put everything right in the universe, they're leaving it where people are not fixed, and they're continuing the storyline in other ways. So I do appreciate that. There's some interesting character development with Sabretooth, but I know that's just wasted writing, because you can make Sabretooth the most thoughtful superhero ever. You know, more of a Boy Scout than Scott and Summers and Peter Parker used to be. But all it takes is just somebody to go, hey, we need a killer in the Masters of Evil, and he's evil again. So to me, that kind of seems like a wasted effort. But overall, I mean, I really enjoyed it. And keep in mind, when I'm saying I really enjoy it, I'm saying this as I'm really enjoying this because I really didn't need to waste a lot of brain cells because there's a lot of fighting going on. So hopefully that helps where I stand on that. All right, Uncanny X-Men number 29. We have the Omega Threat level mutant. We have some interesting things going on with Magic and Doctor Strange because Magic has to go back into time to get Doctor Strange's help. We have mutants in the present day talking about going to the past to warn Professor X. And I just keep going, my gosh, you people just never learn at all. Do not jump through time. And the ending was another one of those, wow, that did not see that coming. But I have a feeling there's a little bit more to that ending than they're showing us. But, I mean, it was enjoyable, but again, there was so much to read. This was one of those things that I just kind of tuned out everything and just read it. Cyclops, the art's decent, and to me this was just fun. You know, it was like a decent fun pirates in space with Cyclops, you know, trying to be good. I mean, trying to be evil, I should say, even though he's a good guy. And, I mean, it was all right. I think the quality dropped a little bit, but overall, this is still a much better book than I originally thought it was going to be. So I'm still pretty happy with it. All right, Nova 25 started off with basically doing a rehash, and I was all ready to just throw this book in the garbage. And luckily, they stopped doing the rehash quick enough, and then they go into the meat of the story. And this was actually kind of an interesting situation in that normally, I mean, think back in time. Captain America, anytime there was a young superhero, Captain America would always tell them, stop with the costume, go back to school. In this case, he basically takes Sam under his wing. He talks to his mom. He says, hey, we're going to take Sam to S.H.I.E.L.D. Avengers Mansion. We're going to make him an Avenger. And she's like, hey, that's cool. But basically, what I thought was cool was Cap is actually taking things a slightly different reason this time. What he's trying to do. Now, before I get into that part, what I thought was really funny is the way Sam is acting at Avengers Mansion. You know, he's definitely this like starstruck kid. There is some problem with the art in that sometimes his helmet is completely fixed and other times his helmet's broken. His Avenger picture is actually kind of cool because he's kind of like, what's going on? And then his helmet's broken. And they have a party for him, and then, you know, he's definitely like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm an Avenger. But the thing is, it's basically what's going on is this. Sam has a tremendous power as Nova, and he's very inexperienced, and instead of telling him, no, don't do this, because they know that won't work, what he's doing is he's going, look, if he's stupid / courageous enough to go after the Hulk by himself, he's going to do something stupid again down the road. So they basically make him this Avenger member in, you know, like training type thing, reservist type. Just so this way, if he does get into a problem, he won't like hesitate to call for help. And that's their whole point, is to bring him into this Avengers. And also they're saying, you know, look, you didn't follow orders. If you don't follow orders next time, you know, you're out of the Avengers. So hopefully what they're doing is they're hoping that he'll stay the straight and narrow and won't do anything reckless to endanger himself and other people. So I thought that was an interesting angle that they're taking with this character. But I don't know. I mean, I really do like how he acts around the Avengers. I mean, he's just like a man walking among gods type thing. So I'm still enjoying Nova. Okay, Robin Rises Alpha number 1. this was the other book that I was agonizing over which was the good book of the week. I think you're going to really find that this book actually wasn't too bad at all. The one thing I noticed right off the bat is the paper quality is a lot different. Once we get into that, this is basically Bruce and the gang coming back. They have Damien. They learn Damien has superpowers now. And it was just like there's these just nice moments all over the place. You know, the interaction between Bruce and Damien, and you know the other heroes are just going, you bitch. You know, Bruce never treated us like that. And, you know, there's just nice little things everywhere. The interaction with the dog. There's a guy from leftover from the invasion into Apocalypse comes back. There's a little battle with that, but that's like an insignificant portion of the story, even though there's a lot of fighting. This two-page spread was awesome, and I mean, I'm really torn with Damien coming back. I mean, I was firmly against Damien dying, and once he was dead, I was pretty much like, well, he's dead, keep him dead. Don't play the game of he's dead for a year and then they bring him back. And what do? He's dead for about a year and they bring him right back. And it's just kind of like, why do you play these games type thing? And because I really do firmly believe Damien is the best Robin. You know, he's better than Tim Drake. He's better than Dick Grayson. And keep in mind, I love Tim and I love Dick Grayson, but each one of those characters are special in their own ways. And Damien is the type of guy who's going to eventually replace Batman. You know, he has the potential. You know, Dick Grayson is this guy who's, well, I don't know, I'm afraid to become the mantle. You know, I'm afraid to take that mantle, that responsibility. Tim Drake is like, you know, he's very smart, but again, he doesn't have that. I don't think he has the guts, you know, the inner desire, drive to become Batman. You know, for me, it looks like he wants his own identity, but Damien, he's the one, and so I'm glad to see him back for that. I don't know what they're going to do with these powers, if he's going to keep these powers forever, but I don't know. I did enjoy this book a lot, and I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen going forward. Anyways, these are the reviews. If you have any comments or questions, let me know. Like, share. Let me know what books you like this week, and I'll have more reviews and stuff later. So until next time, and make sure you thank Santa Claus for bringing you all the comics that you wanted for Christmas. So until next time.